So, from our singles collection, picking them at random, or because of the covers, maybe, or for shared relationships with one another. Welcome to Speck of Dust.
Singles bar. It's something from a long time ago that was released not too long ago. 2012, the Numero group put out this great artifact of 60s sleaze, Mustache in Your Face by Pretty. Four striking young gentlemen from Missouri, and apparently they recorded in a limestone cave. These are really great, sleazy, dirty fuzz guitar and very cryptic lyrics like, the said mustache in your face, which it seems to be some kind of unwanted encounter with authority. Unadulterated garage of the highest order. A studio project from Belgium, Waylon. Waylon is not a Belgian name. It's not a European name at all. I think they wanted to sound American. This is a really weird record. Both sides are equally cryptic. There's a creme de la creme and the Sparrow. The Sparrow seems to be some kind of narrative about a master criminal of sorts, but it's all set to this kind of hyperactive disco. The vocals that are in this impossible falsetto. Disco oddity of yesteryear. Sounds a little bit like like a Jean-Pierre Macera production. It's kind of that left field disco energy. So that's number two. Finally, Texas's own ZZ Top, Francine, which is like an incomparably sleazy song because it's about a 13-year-old. And here, just for good measure, to make sure that no one is missing their point, the gentlemen are do it in Spanish too. So this is a Spanish language version of the classic, in addition to the English original from the Rio Grande Mud album, 1972, Francine, ZZ Top. Can't beat it.
That I chose three hardcore records from around the globe. Fight Back by Discharge. This was their second EP. They hadn't really, reached their peak yet. That wouldn't come for another couple years. This record came out in 1980, but nevertheless, this is a damn near perfect little record. A totally iconic recording. They already had their classic lineup together with Cal on vocals and Bones' as guitar, Tez on drums, like with the D beat that they would become known for. That's already here on this record. The production is raw as shit, but really powerful. Like every instrument stands out. This is great stuff. The foundations of an entire hardcore subgenre. Mob 47's debut EP from 1984 from Sweden. These guys were influenced by Discharge. They were kind of a D-beat band, but they incorporated a lot of like the very fastest American hardcore and some of thrash. So like yeah, this stuff is blazing fast as anything got in 1984, and still quite fast. This is also quite raw sounding, but it's super tight, and as such, it's very powerful. And this is still one of the best European hardcore releases ever. My final record is Husker Du's 8 Miles High, also from 1984. This was actually the first version of this record that I heard, of this song that I heard. This came out right about the time in their career when their gift for melody really began to show. And it's pretty faithful to the original, though the original's rather fancy guitar work here becomes just Bob Mould's like trademark sort of wall of distortion. And towards the end, he's just howling wordlessly instead of singing the lyrics. A song of glacial beauty, just tremendous stuff.
My picks are from underground scenes around the world, and coincidentally, just from 1991. So this is Angel Dean and the Zephyrs leaving. And it's a good example of New York City alt country. It's on Diesel Only Records, which was sort of a hub for those kind of bands. And it's got the great Don Christensen on drums, who provides the perfect groove for this breezy tune with sweet soaring vocals and pedal steel. It's a quick snapshot of the downtown Manhattan and Brooklyn music scene, where the Silos were playing in bars before they signed their major label release, and Whiskey Town had not yet formed. So she would later team up with Sue Garner to make an album, and they're both top-notch singers. Both these songs are good in that breezy kind of way. And here I have Courtney Love, Highlights. This is really a project by Lois Maffio from the Olympia, Washington scene. It's on K Records. You know, she was part of that Riot Girl scene, but this is more like fast folk. The name Courtney Love came about because Courtney Love, who we all know, went to school in Olympia and was such a deplorable person that she named her band after them, which I don't think it was to her benefit. And she dropped the band name when Courtney signed to Geffen Records. So anyway, it's got two great songs on it, Highlights and The Timber Toes. Lois is an extra talented person. This is a two-piece with solid drumming, lyrical sophistication in the pop idiom. Lois would go on to make five or so albums, and this is classic Lois. From another underground, Cyclops, a simpleton, from New Zealand, Dunedin underground scene, which was not pop. It's sort of the anti-Flying Nun. It's experimental with drone rock, and it sort of takes on the equation of stupid equals smart, and broadly speaking, maps morality and human rights. One of the better bands of the scene. It's got Kathy Bull from Look Purple, Go Blue, and the Alpaca Brothers, and Peter Jeffries from This Kind of Punishment. They went on to make a full-length LP called Goat Volume. And those are my three.
Have you seen the Neil Hamburger joke about Courtney Love? Why won't Courtney Love be having any carved turkey for Thanksgiving this year? Because she'll be dead. Alternately, why won't she have any honey baked ham for Christmas? Because she'll be dead.
Mob 47 is infamous.
They fucking rip.
Simpleton. There's a simpleton I know. He's as smart as you or me. He can talk about religion and don't know where he's been.
Spanish version of Francine.
I don't know the song. Can you hum a few bars?
Do 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 do. Sounds like a real ZZ Top kind of riff, you know.
It sounds like a ZZ Top song. Yeah.